Hey everyone, welcome back to the Best Coins channel on YouTube. I'm Sonofasilverstacker. Today's date is May 18, 2024. If you're new here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. Now, let's get to getting it. Over here to moneymetals.com. Yeah, you saw the live spot prices yesterday. I know you did. It was quite the ride. Gold ended the week at 24.25.55. Silver at up to 31.68. Yeah, that's where it closed the week. Platinum closed the week at 10.97.85 and palladium 10.43.85. These aren't the stories here, folks. Yeah, gold's up, silver's up. The real story here is copper. It's right over here, $5.07 a pound. There's actually a copper squeeze and a copper supply shortage going on right now. This is quite incredible. And if you haven't heard about it, well, that's why I am here. Let's keep on keeping on first, though. This is the bullion sales at the United States Mint, and no new tale to tell. And the numbers are pretty light so far. Hopefully, we'll have at least one more reporting day. Here we go to the Google machine. I put copper prices. It says Trafigura IXM caught in COMEX copper short squeeze as prices hit records. Yeah, did you know about that? Did you hear about that? Yeah, didn't think so. U.S. copper prices soared a record high. Maybe it did. As funds pile in, copper prices rise amid supply squeeze. There it is. Copper and gold prices close in on records as metals mayhem continues. Oh, I love that. Metals mayhem. That's fun. Copper prices have surged 30% this year, and these mining stocks are in buy zones. That's from Investors Business Daily. Barron says gold is great, but copper is even better. And we did talk about buying copper at your local Home Depot or Lowe's, right? That's pretty incredible. Now, the copper prices repeats the positive closing forecast today. And then we already read that, actually, from mining.com, and that was from Reuters. I guess they share articles over there. And then copper short squeeze in New York is rocking metals markets. That's from Yahoo Finance 2 days ago. Surging prices make planned Wyoming gold and copper mine worth $3.7 billion. Gold prices steady. Thieves are stealing copper cables from Tesla charging stations amid sky-high prices. There you go. That's from Bazinga. So really, yeah, copper is on a tear right now. Let's keep on keeping on focus on copper here. All right, Dr. Copper, that's the definition, is a term used in the commodities market to describe copper's ability to predict the economy's health. That's right, economic health. Economists and analysts use the term to refer to copper as a reliable indicator of economic health. That's lingo, that's jargon. Now, the Jefferson Nickel, let's talk about that. And its composition, well, it always hasn't been 75% nickel and, 75% copper and 25% nickel. It's changed over time, but really that's what we're looking at right now. So the nickel really isn't nickel, it's copper. They should call it the Jefferson Copper or Jefferson Copper Nickel. Either way, the point is we have a big old fat coin that is mostly copper. And copper is hot right now, folks. I told you it's a strategic metal. Not only is it a strategic metal, it's also a green metal. So by 2030, a lot of folks are going to make that transition. And to get power from an electric source to the actual motor, whatever, yeah, it takes miles of copper wire. So, yeah, do the math. And if we're in a supply squeeze, well, those cars and anything to do with the green movement, it may be put on hold or it may become very expensive. So let's keep talking Jefferson Nickels here. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Now, here we are at the circulating coin production for 2024. And we've talked about this before, folks. We have 1,221 million Lincoln cents that have been produced so far. And this is just up until, I want to say, at the end of April. We don't have numbers for May just yet, or June, July, August, September, October, November, right? So there's a few more months, 5 or 6 months, that we still don't have coin production numbers for. And we could see the 5 cent and the 10 cent actually go incredibly higher. However, why is it that we only see 61.2 million Jefferson nickels minted? And we're here in obviously the end of April, and then 198 million and a half Roosevelt dimes. It's look at that number, 61.2. All right, we're going to go here to Wikipedia, to the United States Mint coin production, and I'm going to look up. Okay, so look, these numbers were at 29 million for Denver and 31 million for Philadelphia, and the totals here, well, obviously these are all Philadelphia. We don't start getting into multi-mints until the end of the Indian or the Buffalo nickel, right? So let's keep on keeping on. I've highlighted all the ones that are lower than the number we're working with here. All right, look at that. The first one that we're looking at here is 1913 Buffalo nickel at 73 million. Okay. You're looking here, bam, 1916, 17, 19, and 20 had more. We're at 61.2 for both mints. Look at that, 1922, zip on all of those denominations except the Lincoln set right there. All right, look at all these numbers. These are lower, and it doesn't, look at that. It doesn't really start happening to where we're matching this 61.2 million, this strike number, up until probably, well, right here, 1934 and the 1930s. After that, we're in the hundreds of millions in coins. And here and there, I got to tell you, we are below that. But it is random and rare that we do. Look at the 1950. If you got any 1950 or 51 nickels, yeah, you're a happy camper, especially in a really high mint state. That's especially that 50. So this is a really good chart to use if you want to find out low mintages. And maybe some people are like, well, 61.2 million, that's a lot. Well, what are you comparing it to? Are you comparing it to Jefferson Nickels from 1938 on? All right, look at that, 1938, that 35 million. But then in 1939, 130 million. And yeah, all the way up until, like I said, the 50s, it really, well, look, the mint's been going gonzo. And look at 1964, 2.8 billion, almost 3 billion nickels made. And they are astronomical numbers all the way up until 2009. Here we go. There you are, folks. So we're at 61.2, and in 2009, they made 86.6. All right. Now, they made 2.3 billion, all right, of those Lincoln cents, but those had 4 or 5 different designs, right? So you got to do the math there. So that's the closest we've been is 2009. But in the civil rights era, in the modern coin era, look, this could be the lowest mintage for nickels we've seen since the 1950s, folks. And that's a really big deal. That's a really, really big deal. And there it is, since 1951 and 1950. That is remarkable. And what's remarkable about that is that the United States Mint is also putting mintages out for the proof set from last year. That was like 1955 or 1954. Probably closer to 55 than 54. And then the uncirculated mint sets are also at those low numbers like they were in the 50s. So things have changed. So if you're a coin dealer or a coin collector and you hate the United States Mint's uncirculated sets or proof sets, you might want to think again, only because the mintages are really coming down. They're not striking like the 1976 sets, like 4 million anymore. Those days are over. Now, what are these coins selling for on eBay? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here we are, 24 Jefferson Nickel roll, and I'll just show you. Look at this. This one here, $109, and that's from Philadelphia. That's per roll, right? 3 rolls. All right. So it's about $33, $35 a roll. This is the proof Jefferson Nickels. That's San Francisco. There's some Lincoln cents. That's a whole box. There we go. 2024 uncirculated Jefferson Nickel. Doesn't say if it's P or D, Philadelphia or Denver Mint. It probably should. This one has the same thing as 24 Denver or Philadelphia missing. I don't know what to think. This one here has a P as buy it now. But yeah, they're here and there. Wonder why the people don't have the Philadelphia and Denver on there. That's interesting. But yeah, look, there's no graded. Look, are there any graded mint state Jefferson Nickels from 2024? And if so, they're few and far between. I've looked. In fact, I've tried to look at the population on PCGS. They don't have anything on there. In fact, they don't even have the 24 nickel listed at all. Okay. So what's a person to do? All right. What's a person to do when they don't want to pay $109 for 3 rolls of nickels and they just want maybe 1 or 2? Well, you got to buy 1 or 2 off of eBay. Or what you can do is you can wait until August 29th and get that uncirculated coin set from 2024. And clearly that one is going to have all of these circulating coins. And you will get the Jefferson Nickel on there. And the beauty of this particular set compared to the ones that you can find in the bankrolls that people are selling for ridiculous amounts of money. Well, look at this. And this is in the description, and I've highlighted it here. It says U.S. Mint uncirculated coins. Whoops, what did I just do that for? Uncirculated coins are struck on special presses using greater force than what is used for circulating coins that you might find in your bank. I added that little part at the end, producing a sharp, intricately detailed image. Now the coins are sealed in blisters and display folders. And there it is. Like I said, that's probably the best strike you're going to get for the Jefferson Nickel of 2024. And will the United States Mint strike these nickels? Probably. And here's a question for you. The nickels that we're seeing that have already been struck, which are here, are any of those going to be put into the uncirculated mint sets? Could be, right? Could be. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Now let's go to those plus ones. I've yammered way too long. This is the golden mean, and there's a lot of golden means out there, but this one is from Yosef Gaon. I think I said that. I don't know. I'm sick. That's all I'm doing. It says the golden mean is to love this world, do good in life, and aspire to the world to come. Doesn't sound half bad. Sign me up. All right, let's go here to 395 99.9 KON. Coin News Radio. This is Pink Floyd, 4K. And this is Echoes Part 1. And I do believe it is in a higher quality. Yeah, it goes all the way up to 2160. It doesn't matter as long as the sound is there, I would imagine. Now, I think that's all I got. I think I'm going to mail it in for the rest of the day, go back to bed, lay on the couch, do something, chill out. I'm finished. I'm tuckered out. And I want to thank you all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, sub the channel. It's free. Stacker out.